Welcome, listeners. I'm Addison Bratzler. This is Season 1, Episode 1 of At Mac. I'm here with my guest, Miss Mims, 8th grade principal. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm just going to ask you some questions about all of our clubs today.
Okay.
So what are our new clubs at Mac?
Well, we have a few new clubs this year at MAC. One is the Multicultural Club, and that particular club really is for everybody. It is to make sure that we're inclusive of everybody's different ethnicities, their backgrounds, different beliefs, and they will meet probably about once a month. And we'll be sure to get things on the calendar each month. On a regular calendar, we usually celebrate different ethnicities, nationalities, and we want to make sure that we do that here at MAC so that all of our students are represented.
That's great.
Another one of our new clubs is the Drama Club. And Mr. Malloy, our vocal music teacher, is going to be sponsoring that. It's going to be lots of fun. There'll be singing, there'll be dancing, there'll be lots of drama, which, as my girls know, is a really big thing for our girls because we love drama, but you'll get to actually do it on stage. So if you're interested in being on stage or maybe even being in the background, helping with props and different things, this might be the club for you. Another one of our new clubs is our cooking club, and it's part of the cooking. Well, it's not really part of the MacTAP program, but it's an extension of that. So if you're interested in cooking, if you're interested in what it takes to grow your own produce, your own food, and then actually being able to use that in your food and in your cooking, that would be an exceptional club for you to be a part of too. Miss Bernard's going to have lots of cool activities with that, and I think you get to eat the cooking too, so that'll be really cool. And then one more club that we have that's not really new, it's our second year to have it, is our esports club or esports team, and they actually get to participate in different competitions with other schools. And it's really for our gamers. If you enjoy gaming, this may be the club for you. However, you don't get to just join. You have to try out and you have to be accepted. So you have to be really good at your craft.
Okay, that's amazing. How about our pep club, aka Scott Squad?
The Scott Squad is a club that's, most people think it's just for girls, but it's for everybody. Boys can be a part of it too. And what the pep club does, or the Scott Squad, say that 10 times fast, Scott Squad, Scott Squad. If you're a part of that, you actually kind of back up our cheerleaders when they're cheering at football games, basketball games, and different activities, or even when we'll get the opportunity to have a pep rally here at school, and you back up our cheer and just you're cheering for our athletic teams.
Will you be in the stands or will you be on the field as well?
For the most part, you're in the stands. I think every once in a while they get to go out on the field, maybe at halftime, and back our cheerleaders with what they're doing, and just cheering our team on.
Awesome. Okay, our Partners Club.
Partners Club. Partners Club is a pretty important club in our building, and it goes hand in hand with the Special Olympics. A lot of our students who have some special needs, they require a partner to help them with Special Olympics. So you actually partner up with another student and help them throughout the day at Special Olympics and sometimes with things here at school. So it's a really important club. It's a club of servanthood, I would say, because you're actually serving and helping someone else that may not be able to do the things that you're able to do as easily as you're able to do it.
That's amazing. Our academic team.
Academic team is another important club. Obviously, you have to be pretty good with your academics. You do not have to be a straight A student to be on the academic team. You just have to know how to give the information that's asked in the competitions. You actually do go to competition against other schools, and you have to have a really fast hand so you can answer quick and be that first one to answer. But you don't just answer, you answer correctly.
Yes, that's amazing.
That's another one you have to try out for, too.
Oh, okay. Our Builders Club.
Builders Club is a kind of a community type club. It's for doing things in the community, helping others, maybe even just cleaning around the building, doing some things that once you get to high school, they have clubs like this, especially Key Club, where you're doing community activities. You're helping keep our community clean. It's a club of I would say a pride, because you're taking pride in what you're doing to help others. It also looks good on your high school transcript and your high school resume when you get ready to start applying for colleges or even for tech school, or even when you're just applying for a job. It looks good to have those type of servanthood clubs on your resume because it shows that you like to help others.
Yes. So if you want to be in Key Club in high school, do you have to be in Builders Club when you're in middle school?
That's a really good question, and you do not have to be in Builders Club here in middle school. Key Club is open to just about anybody that wants to be a part. You just have to be active in it. You can't just join just to say you joined. You have to participate.
Okay, or FCA.
FCA is short for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It is open to anyone. If you want to go to a meeting that talks about Christianity, they have some music, they have guest speakers. Sometimes the students are the guest speakers. Sometimes students are guest singers. If you like gospel music, contemporary gospel music, you might hear a little bit of that. So Fellowship of Christian Athletes, I would say it's almost close to like going to a Sunday school lesson on a Wednesday at school.
Will it be in the morning?
It will probably be in the morning. We have not actually ironed out the exact times for that yet, but it will probably be in the morning and most likely either in the auditorium or in the gym. And again, anybody's invited to be a part of the FCA.
Okay. Or Art Club.
Art Club is another good one. Well, they're all good ones. I keep saying that. Art Club is for anyone interested in any media of art. So when we think of art, we usually think of painting and drawing, things like that, but it's sculpting and it's pottery. There's so much more to art, and we have two amazing art teachers that will help you think outside of the box concerning art. Maybe you don't draw very well, but they can do some things to help you figure out how to draw more than just that stick person that only Miss Mims can draw.
Okay, or Stuco.
Stuco is short for Student Council, and we actually have an amazing teacher that's going to be our sponsor, Miss Terry. She's new to our building, and she's excited about doing Student Council. Student Council will be instrumental in helping to do things around our school, helping with safety in our building, doing maybe some fundraisers to raise money for things for our students here at the school. There are different offices that are held. There's president, vice president, secretary, and usually per grade level. You have to run for those offices, and you also have to fill out an application to run. You don't get to just run if you're running around our building doing whatever you think you want to do. So you have to get some feedback from other teachers that have say, hey, yeah, she's a good one to have on there. Yes, I'll sign that for her. So you have to be stay on your toes with that one. You can't just do it just because you want to. Again, there is an application. It's not out yet. We'll get more information as soon as we get that rolling. But Student Council will also have representatives from other classes. And again, you can't just be a part just because you want to. You've got to be kind of an upright, kind of a leader in the building. Not just anyone's going to be on our Student Council. We want leaders in those positions.
Okay. NJHS.
NJHS is National Junior Honor Society. It is open up to specifically 7th and 8th graders. 6th graders can be invited into it later on. It is an academic club, and you have to be making the grade to be in it. At the moment, I can't remember what the grade point average is that you need to be a part of that, but there is a certain GPA you have to have, and you have to be invited into National Junior Honor Society. You can't just say, hey, I want to be in that. Unless you have the grade, then you can say that and you can be invited.
Our Military Child Club.
Military Child Club, another one of those that's specifically for kids that have military parents. It just gives you an opportunity to meet other students that are in your similar situation. Maybe you've moved quite a bit. Maybe you've been in Lawton Fort Sill your whole life. Who knows? That's not the norm, though. Usually if you're in the military, you've moved around. And sometimes it's hard for kids to make that adjustment. So we try to get kids together that have those things in common and give them a common meeting spot.
Do your parents have to be in military? What are the requirements?
So usually your parents are military, and sometimes just somebody that you know in your family that's military. Some of our students live with older siblings, an older brother or sister, so they would qualify to be in the military club.
Okay. Are there any clubs that 6th and 7th graders cannot participate in?
I think pretty much all of our clubs are open to everyone except for that National Junior Honor Society, which would be 6th graders can get into it a little bit later on down the line.
Okay.
They've got to prove themselves with those grades.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Mims. We're going to take a break real quick, and we'll be back with Tisha Patel and Miss Bowden talking about MacTAP.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm Tisha Patel here with Miss Bowden, the new 6th grade principal. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Today I'll be interviewing you about the new MacTAP program here at MacArthur Middle School. Now, what exactly is MacTAP for the new students?
So MacTAP is Mac, obviously for MacArthur, and TAP is short for Technical Application Program. And so what that is, it's a different type of classroom. We're doing our science and history together and then combined with a shop class. And so those two shop classes that are offered, one each semester, is for auto shop as well as farm to table.
That sounds very interesting. How exactly did you come up with these ideas?
Well, I did not come up with these ideas. A lot of very intelligent, wonderful people that are looking out for our students and the different ways that they learn. And so for the MacTAP program, the district came up with this idea that is really revolutionary, because we know that not every child has the same path in life, and we want to make sure that we reach as many students as possible and give them all the different opportunities that there are. And so with the MacTAP program, this gives students a different look at what they could be doing after high school. It also gives them an opportunity to move around, put hands on, to learn things that they may not learn in a traditional classroom.
That's so good to hear. Would you be able to tell me what the process was like for getting these ideas into action?
So with that being said, I know that the program idea started last year. They started formulating all of the different types of classrooms that would be offered for all of the schools in our district, middle schools and high schools. And so with that being said, being new to the administration side, I'm not 100% sure of how much work, but I can tell just since being here that it has been a lot of work by a lot of people to bring this all together and to make it come to life.
I can say that we are very hardworking people here at Mac.
Absolutely.
Not us, but especially the staff.
Absolutely.
What would you say the most hard part was of getting this into action?
For me, I would say getting the word out to students on exactly what it is, because a lot of the times when students don't know what something is, they back away from it and they don't want to be a part of it because they're not sure what it is. And so we've tried really hard since the beginning of school to advertise and say, hey, this is what this is. And this is what you can be doing. And then it's also offered throughout middle school and high school. And so the more that we get the word out and the more students that we have involved, more and more students have been coming to me saying, how do I get into that?
That's amazing. Would you be able to tell me how you got the resources for this? I saw the car and the greenhouse and everything.
Right. So the MacTAP has a budget, and so the teachers were able to purchase things that they need for their particular shop class. So with the car for our auto shop, it was actually donated by a community business, and I believe it was Checker Wrecker, and they were very gracious and donated that to us so that our students have an opportunity to do something they may not be able to do otherwise. As far as the greenhouse, that was purchased with the money that was appropriated for the program. Mrs. Bernard has done a wonderful job with making sure that everything that she needs for this program to make it successful was purchased.
That's amazing. Who would you say your biggest collaborators are on this project?
It definitely would be the teachers that are involved, and that's Mrs. Bernard with Farm to Table, Mr. Bruce with the auto shop, Mrs. Young she's our science teacher for the MacTAP program, and as well as Mr. Martinez for the history part. We have really worked closely together. We have met several times. What can we change to make it better? What's working, what's not working, and so that each day we make it better and better.
I see. How do you think you juggle or handle running a school and doing this MacTAP?
Well, the good thing is that I am not running the school. But we have a wonderful team here of administrators, and our teachers here are amazing. And so thankfully, it doesn't take me running the program at all. I'm just overseeing and doing, if there's something that those teachers need, they can come to me and I can find out how to get it. as well as the students. They can come to me and say, hey, I would like to be a part of that, and we're going to do everything we can to get them into the program. So it hasn't been hard because we have such great teachers here.
I see. What do you think the future plans are for MacTAP?
So I'm so excited for the future plans. I see this sticking around for a long time. As far as this school year, if you have farm to table the first semester, you'll have auto shop the second semester. So both semesters are going to be different for those students. And then next year, if you're an 8th grader, you'll be able to do a MacTAP program at MacArthur High School or whatever high school you choose to go to. And so it's offered throughout. So if you are in the MacTAP program as a 7th grader and you can choose to stay in the TAP program throughout your entire high school career, then you'll get to have every single TAP program that's offered.
That's amazing. Do you think we're going to expand on more topics or subjects on this MacTAP, or do you think it'll stay just farm and table?
I think that would be a great idea. As of right now, we're going to stick with what we have so that we can really perfect, I guess you could say, the program to make sure that it runs seamlessly and that all students that are involved are getting the best experience that they can get. So as of right now, we're sticking with what we have, the history and the science and the shop classes. I would love to see it expand. We'll see how it goes after this school year.
Thank you so much for staying here with me and answering these questions. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, anytime. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for joining us, and in the next episode, we'll be interviewing Mr. Holland about the Close-Up program. Until next time.
This episode of At Mac was produced by Addison Bratzler, Tisha Patel, Naleah Cordes, and Emma Kirby as part of MacArthur Middle School Media. I am the broadcast advisor, Mr. Elijah Morlett. Special thanks to Danika Bridges, Ethan Rash, Mrs. Anita Kennedy, Mrs. April Bowden, and Mrs. Kelly Mims for helping us prepare for this production. This program was made possible through the support of the Lawton Public School Foundation, the K-20 Education Center at the University of Oklahoma, and the citizens of Lawton Fort Sill through the 2017 Student Investment Program.